You know, I knew this would happen eventually, I just didn't expect it to happen this fast. So over the past few months, I've done a ton of traveling, and what's been super difficult for me is pumping out a ton of content for you guys while running multiple business ventures. So what I did was, I went ahead and hired a full team of editors, 5 to be exact. And the first week I come back and start filming, I run into this, Gling. What is it? It's the first AI-based editing software that actually works. An AI-powered platform that edits your videos for you. By the way, guys, I'm well-versed in tech, I'm well-versed in AI. It takes a lot to impress me. And this is definitely next level. So I then went ahead and downloaded the software, which was free at the time, which we'll talk about later, but pretty much it's straightforward. You take the app, open it up, and you go ahead and take your footage and just drop it right here. Select your file, and then you let it go to work. Now, Gling's purpose is as straightforward as its landing page. Thanks to some AI wizardry, this app can watch your raw A-roll footage, the part where you speak directly to the camera, and automatically remove any silences, mistakes, or poor takes, leaving you with a nearly finished edit. As you guys can see, it's now preparing the file. Now, literally, in 5 minutes, your rough cut is done. You just make sure it looks good, add your B-roll, add some music, and that's it. It's finished. Done. Finito. What would take 6 hours before is now finished in less than an hour for me. And by the way, I like to think my edits are somewhat high-end and complex, so if you are someone who's working on some basic footage, you could probably be done even faster. But there's more. A-roll shoots can be incredibly challenging. The more I've done them, the less enjoyable they've become. Now, I'm not saying that I hate filming, but multiple takes, long pauses, and constant stopping and starting will definitely drive you nuts. So as a result, I end up with usually around an hour to 2 max of footage that needs to be trimmed down to under 10 minutes to keep the engagement high for YouTube. That's kind of the sweet spot for me. Best part of all, it's super simple to use. You pretty much just take your raw video file, you dump it into the upload box, you indicate whether you want it to remove silences, bad takes, or both, and pretty much just click a button. The processing then begins, and after a few minutes, you're presented with a complete transcript of your video and a confirmation of what has been removed. You then have the option to go ahead and restore the cuts made by Gling and make your own edits using the transcribed text. Once you're satisfied, you can go ahead and export your final video to Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro and continue from there. Now, say there's a part of your video that the editor did not go ahead and completely cut out for you guys, because it does the repeat takes and the hums, the ahs, the spaces, the dead silence. You can actually go ahead, take and highlight a part, and then just hit backspace, and it goes and cuts it for you. So if you want to do individual parts of paragraphs, you can go ahead and do that as well. Then if you want, you can go ahead and just play back your footage and actually watch it in the editor and listen to it without having to really upload it into Premiere Pro yet. So it does all of the work here for you. Then once you guys are done, you just go ahead and hit export, and it gives you a few different file sizes to choose from here. You can do an XML file for Premiere Pro, or DaVinci Resolve you can do pretty much anything. To make it simple for you guys, you can go ahead and just do a video MP4 format, like if you were recording in OBS, which is what I'm doing right now. Go ahead and title your video for the export, Gling export, whatever it is, enter, and then bam. You'll see up here on the right side, it says exporting media, which will take another few minutes, and then you go ahead and just upload the footage to Premiere Pro or Final Cut and continue on from there. Add that music, add that B-roll, and you're done. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, what does something like this cost? 500 bucks a month? Not even close. If you are a YouTuber, you can go ahead and link your account. As long as you give credit to Gling in your description of your video, it's actually free for the first few edits. After that, it's 15 bucks a month, which, are you kidding me? I would pay $15 to $20 a video to go ahead and do that rough cut for me. So I don't have to hear hours and hours of blah, 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 blah. All of my complete fuck-ups on video are completely gone and done for me within a couple of minutes. Oh my God, could you imagine? Oh, it kind of ruins the experience at times, especially if you took forever to edit your video. I would pay $15 to $20 a video for something like that. One thing as humans we cannot get back is time. And as you guys have realized, if you haven't already, the rich really value their time a lot more than the poor do. So taking an hour of this, what's your time worth? Is it $10,000 an hour? $1,000 an hour? Some people $50 an hour? Even if it is $30 an hour, you're still paying only $15 a month for something like this. If you pump out 15 videos a month, you'll definitely pay for the $15 that you're paying for the software each and every month to go ahead and do these rough cuts for you. So just like that, a 45-minute rough cut took less than 5 minutes to go ahead and process, and this is the screen that you see. It's the editor. Another thing that's really cool about this too is it saves those files for you. So say the next day goes by, 2 days goes by, and you need to go ahead and go back to the actual rough cut and fix some stuff up, it still saves it in the database for you. So you go into the editor here, and as you guys can see, it has these scissors here on the left. If you want at the bottom here, you can click skip cuts or show cuts. It's definitely a time-consuming task as a content creator to have to go ahead, rewatch all the footage, cut it up into pieces and form a story, and then add some B-roll and music. Even if you're an editor for a content creator, it's definitely time-consuming. But with Gling, as you guys can see, it's done within a matter of minutes. All you have to do is kind of just look it over at the end.
Now, as of right now, Gling is only available for Mac OS. And if you continue with that paid plan that you pay $15 a month for, the subscription allows you to process up to 10 hours of footage per month at no additional charge. In the event that you do exceed that 10-hour limit in a given month, you can still continue using Gling. However, for every minute of video processed beyond that 10-hour limit, an additional charge of 4 pennies per minute will be incurred, equivalent to around $2 an hour. Which, by the way, they will promptly notify you when you do reach that usage limit, and they will seek your explicit consent before applying any additional charges.
So for me, even if they charge me $15 to $20 a video, it would definitely be worth it. But for $15 a month, this is probably the best investment you can make as a content creator, especially when you're starting out and you can't really hire a full-time editor to go ahead and edit your videos for you. But at the same time, it's not perfect, okay? And here are my thoughts on something like this. Eventually, Adobe Premiere Pro and Final Cut are gonna implement something like this into their software to where you're not gonna have to go ahead and go outside of Premiere Pro and Final Cut to implement this AI-based software to edit your videos. Premiere Pro kind of already has something in motion. It has transcribe and text, so you can go ahead and pull your captions directly. It just doesn't have something for the actual video part of your timeline. So by the time this video is done, maybe even Premiere Pro can come out and launch something like this. They have the technology to do it, because if Gling has it, I'm pretty sure Premiere Pro can implement this in their software to make your life that much easier. The biggest takeaway here is we finally have something to go ahead and take away the boring part of the editing process for us and get us right into the actual action, to where you don't have to go through rough cuts. You add that music, you add that smooth B-roll, and it looks absolutely amazing, and it comes as a final product in 80% less of the time that you would spend in actually creating a video, which is absolutely amazing. Now, will it replace an editor full time? As of right now, no, but it's becoming more and more of a reality as the day passes. And I could definitely see editors using this software to make their lives that much easier. So will it replace your editors? No, but it will definitely help them pump out more footage for you guys. But as always, I'm curious to know what you guys think. If you have any questions, let me know down below, where you'll also find the links to everything that we covered in today's episode. If you want to see more, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DetroitFury. And if you enjoyed this content, please make sure you smash that like button for me, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next episode.